I learned a long time ago, nobody could tell your story better than you. Don't never forget that. And they got many cases, people out here trying to talk bad about you and say shit about you, don't know you. They just only know of you and only what you have bring to the table. And that's good, because when they on there talking about you on your page, they really promoting you and advertising you. And so people pretty much say, yes, thank you. We appreciate that shit. A lot of people out here today trying to figure out what's going on with these inmates and what's the reason for breakout. A person just get tired of being trapped in the cage. That's easy. That's easy. You know what I'm saying? That's the bottom line. Now, I'm not saying you go out there and just commit another crime and break out of jail. I'm saying give the system a chance to fail you. Right. I'm not trying to create no problems and make shit worse, but I can only tell you about from a person being locked up. I've thought about breaking out many times. Yeah, you know, I've been on road crews, you know what I'm saying? That's when walking on the roads, on the highways, picking up cans and shit out the ditches. I'd have done that. I'd have been into the, like, back of the hardware stores and shit like that on road crews. Been to car wash on the road crew. I've been in many places like that. And what I'm saying is, many times I've thought about that shit, but actually doing it, putting that shit in motion, that's just not my call. I couldn't do it. And some of these dudes been down a long time out there in New Orleans, and I can understand that shit. But here's what I'm telling you is, y'all wasn't just locked up to be locked up. You had to do something to be just in that system for that amount longer time. I'm gonna tell you about this Copeland law that's in the United States, that's in Louisiana. We still under that old shit. So whatever the white man says is whatever the white man, it just goes. It's not them laws in that shit, it's they shit, and it's been like that. You could talk about them, you could talk bad about them and all you want. And I'm telling you, bro, I'd have seen in many cases where I'd have saw dudes trying to go to different places, get shipped from one camp to another camp, because they saying this camp here, these people not treating them right. They not doing their grievance forms. They not, you know what I'm saying, doing this. They just doing something wrong. And you got to look at it. It's a job that these people got. And the jobs that they got is not to cater to you, but not to be your friend. But New Orleans had to show you some different shit. They showed us something that ain't been shown in years. Like, these motherfuckers had inside help, plenty of it. You know what I'm saying? They had plenty of inside help. They had so much inside help that they got 9, 10, 11 of them out at one time. Now, I ain't saying that's how many was supposed to be out, but I'm just saying that's how many out. Now, it's limited. There's only 2 left, and we waiting on to see which one gonna get caught first. But I'm just saying, this dude's on the internet, social media. This what he get on. He breaks out the jail to go get on the social media to tell the people, tell the world, Donald Trump, NBA, and all these other motherfuckers that he need help. But now this the kicker part. Now this the side story of my shit that I'm trying to understand. You mean to tell me all them videos y'all be having in New Orleans going live and fighting and beating up and cooking and shit, you couldn't go live from inside of that bitch and tell these people what was going on? What was you thinking? But that's how they think. And you know the charges that you carry, some of them bitches carry life. I'm not saying you did it. I wasn't with you, you know what I'm saying? But I know from a person being locked up, the shit you get tired. In the parish, over the years, they might have had about, since I've been home released, they might have had about 3 or 4 breakouts. You know what I'm saying? Mission accomplished. Real talk. But they caught them. And I'm just saying, these hit dudes had to have been crazy, because in the parish, one of these dudes had 4 months and he broke out of jail to go check on his old lady because of what the woo wasn't answering her phone. Well, you know what she was doing. Getting shit right for you. That's what they tell you. You believe it. But I'm just trying to I'm really tripping out on this shit, because you got people getting on social media rooting for these guys. Here one of them, domestic violence type person, beating up on women and shit like that. You know, they rooting for him to stay out, I guess. The other one's a murderer, he's a killer. You know what I'm saying? They rooting for him. Let me show you how they rooting for him. They sending them motherfuckers money to survive on the streets after they know all the shit. So that's how you know the world fucked up. It ain't just Copeland's law, it's the world. But I'm not hating on nobody. I'm just saying I wish you the best of luck. I'm just saying, sometimes y'all gotta take your lick, cause anytime you know anything about the street codes and the shit like this, you do the crime and you get caught, you gonna have to do the time. Average person out here today, telling on some people just to keep them having to do the time. I'm not saying that shit right, but I don't condone that shit. I never opened my mouth, I was silent from the day one. You didn't know me, I wasn't selling drugs. You didn't know none of that shit about me, but what I did, I took my licks. I ain't never took nobody else's lick, I took my lick. How you know I took my lick? Because I stayed in that bitch 7 years, talking about 0 and 182 fights, lost. Real talk. I took my licks, I ain't never, you know what I'm saying, dudes out here with that fake ass shit, talking about they, you know what I'm saying? A lot of these dudes scared to do time. Ask me how I know. They calling home as soon as they hit that bitch. You know what I'm saying? They calling home. They ain't calling home just because you got the money. A lot of them scared because of the people that they fucked up over on the inside of that bitch. And you got to remember that shit. You know, so it ain't about that. Honestly, I pray that they stay safe. Which meaning I'm saying I pray that they don't get shot, killed, or you know what I'm saying, like that. But, hey, you're really only making shit hard on you because the way it is now, y'all worth $50,000 a piece. Right now, people out here hurting. Your family hurting. Don't make it think that they not hurting because they up there talking about we behind you and we support you and all that shit. But let me tell you, Antoine, don't believe that shit. You walking around here that says $50,000 on you, and I'm just telling you the fucking truth. If I ever see you out here in this bitch here, I like to report a crime. Deputy, I can't live. No, I can't live. But y'all stay tuned. I'm just out here shooting the shit, trying to see what's going on with the world, bro.